He actually clips him on his backswing there.
Oh, goodness. That is a low blow.
This clip is accidental, but it's very funny, so I had to include it. I thought Asal's match with Gawad was an enormous improvement. It was not perfect, but I really enjoyed watching Asal play today. I stand by everything that I have said previously about Asal, all of it. But I thought it would be fun to analyze Asal playing against a top player while moving quite cleanly. I probably won't do this again, as this should just be normal, but because it's Asal, I feel compelled to offer some perspective. After all, I call it how I see it. I don't hate anybody. I just want to see free-flowing squash. This is a simple let.
Yes, mate.
There are a few things I want you to pay attention to. I love that Asal actually drags the leg behind him, no massive extension. This gives Gawad a clean first step. Asal keeps the feet narrow as he plants and shuffles, great to see. Before, he would actually spread the feet apart to take up more space, not here though, this is good. He moves sideways to the tee, no step-up block at all. Contact happens here purely based on traffic. No one did anything wrong, just an awkward position followed by a mediocre shot.
Johnny Gawad is relatively fresh.
Well, he is
I am
fresh.
so happy to show you this clip. Remember the excessive follow-through Asal is known for? Guess what, here we see him use a proper swing and hit a winner. He does not need to extend across his body. For example, with the shot against Yao had to squat down underneath it to not get hit in the face. With this shot, Asal cracks the ball, stops the swing, pulls the racket out of the way, and still wins the point. I really hope that everyone can see how big of a difference this is. It's safer, it's fairer, and the end result is exactly the same. In the next clip, Gawad hits another mediocre shot. Asal drags the back leg again. This is good movement, he drags it away to avoid interference completely. As he swings, instead of keeping the arm stiff after the follow-through, he lifts the racket high above the head, so Gawad does not take a hand to the face as he moves in front. He got penalized for using the stiff arm yesterday against Yao, where the swing finished but he left the arm stiff. Not here, he clearly makes effort to get the racket out of the way. Do you see the difference? When the swing is finished, either pull the racket back to your body, or lift it high above the head. This is good to see. Another plant and shuffle with a narrow base, he does not widen his feet at all. Isn't this so much better to watch? You see, whether you agree with my methods or not, you must acknowledge that the result is fantastic. On the next shot in the rally, Asal does regress a bit, the back foot extends after the shot, and the swing goes across the body to face height. With that said, Gawad does move a little bit early, so we see Gawad use his left hand to protect his face. I think that both players contribute here. I like that Asal sort of apologizes with his left hand, so he knows he did something wrong there. It's much better than pretending nothing happened. For things to review in this clip. Firstly, Asal would be allowed to take the super wide base before the shot here, that's legal. This is called a shutout. It's arguably unsportsmanlike, but at the pro level, it's totally legal, so you can't really complain. Seeing Asal choose not to do that here is extremely encouraging. As you can see, if Asal took his space, Gawad would have been stranded. But he didn't, so Gawad moves into position. Side note, I saw someone conflate the word shutout with the word step-up block on Reddit yesterday, so I copied the explanation someone made for you to read if you want to. Pause the video. The second thing, Asal plants and shuffles again to clear properly, he does not use the aggressive step back. The third thing, watch the right foot. I am used to seeing Asal try and step up to block the line in front. Not here, Asal's foot moves sideways, giving Gawad plenty of space in front of him. Imagine as Asal's foot stepped up onto the red marker, it would be a classic step-up block, just like this example from Goher. The fourth thing, Asal swings, and as soon as the reasonable follow-through is complete, he actually gets the racket up and out of the way again. I'm absolutely delighted to see these changes. In the next shot, the back leg sticks out as he's hitting. To be fair, it's nowhere near Gawad and causes no problem, but it's something to keep an eye on, because if that extension causes interference after hitting the ball, it is illegal.
Goodness me, that is, you'll get that as well. It's just so difficult.
Video referee decision.
Gawad hits a terrible shot. Asal hits the ball. He drags the back leg away. Again, this is really good. He moves sideways off the shot, no step up at all. There is interference because Asal is in Gawad's line to the ball. Asal didn't do anything wrong though. Johnny Williams' commentary shares the same thoughts.
Stood where he was. He certainly took a strong position. Didn't move forward though, so I don't think Gawad's going to get much success here. He does.
Yes, Lee.
With that said, he is still in Gawad's line to the ball. That's not an opinion, it's just a fact. Sometimes, players do everything correct and are still in the way. That is called traffic. But could Gawad make a good return without interference? It doesn't matter about movement intent. It's either a no-let or a let ball, depending on your opinion. I think this call is very hard to judge.
Yes, Lee.
Well, he's given him the same decision there.
If you're not there, he gets the ball.
A very similar scenario happens straight after. Asal does nothing wrong again, but that doesn't matter when deciding on the decision. It's just traffic again, but could Gawad make a good return without interference? What do you think? Here we see Asal fall into a bad movement pattern again. The aggressive step back is used after the hit instead of the plant and shuffle movement from earlier. The extension of the back leg prevents proper clearing. The movement onto the back leg puts Asal's left hip into Gawad's line and Gawad takes some contact. The contact is not massive, but it shows that there are still some fundamental problems.
Oh, he's saying he held his hand.
Video referee decision. Mr.
Gawad
Gawad's
saying
field.
he's held his hand. No, I don't.
Well, his hand has just brushed his arm, I would say. So
Yeah,
Gawad,
rather.
who's quite sensitive to all types of knocks and things, I think that his racket prep was a little disturbed.
There is no hand grab here. The left arm is genuinely there for balance, but it does interfere with Gawad. Not all contacts are sinister. However, this is a symptom of a different problem. Asal does move up the court too early. This is not quite a step-up block, but we should all agree that if Asal moves sideways instead of sideways and up, then there would be no contact whatsoever. Simple let ball for me. There you go guys, I hope this was interesting. It just goes to show that these movements are not necessarily ingrained into Asal and that he can play clean squash if he wants to. I would not say that he deserves praise for this, but there is no need to brand him as a cheat in this particular match. This match was good squash and I really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.